Hello, this is Symbolistic, and welcome to another episode of the History of Twin Bayous. This is a continuation of the case of the Curious Note. As you remember last time, our hero, James Dobbs, was deep within the catacombs beneath the marketplace in the forbidden city of Shang Simla. He had uncovered a number of treasures and relics during his exploration of the catacombs when suddenly he came upon a room filled with strange looking statues that were lined in formation and blocking the entrance to the rooms. Now he must find a way into the room. Let us continue now in episode 5, The Case of the Curious Note. So, continuing on to inspect the area, he finds another pile of gold coins, another pile of gold coins. Um, some broken items here. So he comes into this small room here, and outside of this room, there's a series of statues that is blocking his way. And it appears to be the only way to deal with this is to pull. To pull this statue out of the way, but that doesn't seem to be an option. We'll see where this takes him. So inside of here, there's a pile of rubble, and we'll have him clear that rubble. Okay, more gold here for him. He can collect the gold. Lots of gold. So, doesn't there's a door down here that is locked, and it takes a moon key, and he does not have a key in his inventory of any sort. There's a boulder there. There's a boulder here, but there's nothing that can be done with either of those. There's some junk here. There was that switch, but that switch didn't have anything other than he got dried food out of that switch. I don't know if this. You could try it again. He's hungry now, so we'll have him try that switch again. So that's not it. The switch has been handled. Okay, so let's kind of backtrack here and see if we missed anything. Okay, right here. This doorway here. But he cannot do anything with it. Let's have him go here, and see if there's anything that... Oh, it's open. It leads into a room, and there are some gold pieces here he can collect. And there's a tomb, remains. There's fans on the wall. Nothing else here. Sometimes the torches act as switches, but I don't see anything that looks like that. There's this dark area here, so let's have him go over here and see if he can inspect the walls over here. Okay, right over here there is a doorway that he did not go over, so we'll check that out. And okay, so inside here There's a couple of bales of hay. There's a torch on the wall. There is something here that he can collect here. There's another doorway over here. Take down the walls. Aha. Okay, so there is a chest here. I'm going to have him open the chest here. He's starting to get tired. There's a mercury vial, and then there's a money bag. I'll have him take them all. And turn around here, face this other way. There's a doorway that leads into this area here. And inside here, there is a pile of rubble. I'll have him go in and clear that. There is a bowl of some sort and another one of those money bags. Now he's starting to get tired. Okay, so he's getting really tired right now, so we won't push him too far. We'll pull out the old sleeping bag, and we'll have him place the sleeping bag here, and we'll have him sleep. And let's so Jamie, let's check on her. She's hanging out at the restaurant here. She seems to be okay, enjoying a book, but she's getting tired. So I'm going to go ahead and have her return back to the house. So James has woken up, and he's hungry and he's smelly. So we're going to have him use the shower in the can to and eat something. Okay, so his hygiene and everything seems to be okay, so we'll change him into his everyday outfit, and we'll have him put the sleeping bag away. And I think the best thing to do here would be to take a bird's eye view, kind of look around and see if there's where we missed something. And okay, yeah, I see it now. Make sure. There's one, and there's the other one. Okay, so here's where he needs to go. He needs to go to this pool here. Okay, so he's come into this room here where there's a pool, and he's going to explore. Okay, so he's come out in that room where those statues were, and there is a switch on the floor. There's this vase, but he can collect it. Okay, sometimes the items that are that large are not cannot be collected. And I'll have him stand on this switch here. That is opening a door that is over here, so he needs to get back over there. So we'll have him explore. And I bet there. Oh, wait a minute! Wait. The door closed. Okay, hang on. He needs to move. Okay. So I had him return to the surface. What he needs to do, actually, since that door won't stay open, is he needs to pull this guy a couple of times. over till it gets on this switch here. Okay, so now the door is open, and he can just get out by pulling this guy out of the way here. Okay, and now you should be able to go over here. Okay, so that there's a room here, and inside this room there's the crescent keystone. Okay, so he's going to collect the loot. And it says it can be used in matching keystone panels to unlock things. So where did we see that? That was somewhere over here somewhere. Okay, so he has the crescent keystone in his inventory, and he found it. So we just need to backtrack here to figure out where we saw that door, and we'll go to the top view of the area here, and I think it's in this corner here. Yeah, so it's over here, and this is where he needs to go, and we'll have him run over there. Oops, wait a minute. Wait a second here. He's okay. We can have him attempt to cross, inspect, or disarm. And he's a pretty clever guy. He can disarm the steam trap. It's a good thing it wasn't the electricity or the fire, because if that had been the case, then he would have been frightened and too scared to proceed. It would take a few sim hours for him to recover from that. He was able to unlock and disable the thing there. He needs to. He's going to eat. He's hungry. And so now we just have him come over here and insert the keystone. It would help if I were to put the walls down. He's inserted the keystone, and so now he can go through the door, and he goes through the door and finds himself in a room here with some statues. They put the walls up. It'll look a little less confusing, and we've got the lights radiating from this casket. So this must be his goal. He's supposed to open this, and we'll see what he gets out of it. There is a Chinese food dog. There's two money bags. There is the Dongguo keystone. So he's going to take it all. And before we leave here, look around this room and see if there's anything else. Yes, there is. There's remains, and then there's there's some more remains. There's two chests here. So you can open up these chests and see what there is in there. There's pottery and a silver ingot. Ancient coin piles, he will take that. So now he has he has completed the first phase of this, and so the next part of this is he needs to deliver the keystone. Okay, so he's outside again, and it is 9:24 in the morning the next day, and he's trying to locate the person whom he's supposed to speak with, and here she is. Is this the person he needs to deliver the keystone to her? Okay, so haggling the final details. Progress. The treasure cannot be too far behind. If this clue is any indication, I have a good news and bad news. The good news is that the trove is in Shang Simla. However, it is on property owned by a local merchant. If you can convince Louis Pui to work with us, we can finally find the treasure. So his objective now is to ask to allow entrance to Louis Pui to let you search for the treasure, then return to Sung Yong Kim. And okay, so we will accept that. And right now, what he's going to do is he's going to head back to the house here and check on Jamie, and we'll follow up this a little later. Thus ends the case of the Curious Note. Tune in again next time for another exciting adventure of the history of Twin Bayous, Season 7, Dobbs and Jamie's Big Adventure, for a new episode entitled Stealing the Warlord's Gold.